Okay, here we go. Let's finish up this problem 610A in chapter 6. Yesterday we worked through requirements 1 and 2 of chapter 6-9A, which was an inventory estimation method called the retail inventory method. Today we're going to finish up with the second inventory estimation method called the gross profit method. Not sure if you recall, the retail method entailed 3 steps, which are outlined in the text on page 236, Appendix 6B. For the gross profit method, which is also in Appendix 6B on page 237, implementing the gross profit method is a little bit easier than the retail method. Gross profit method requires 2 steps at the top of page 237. So with that said, let's see if we can get through this problem in a relatively short period of time. I'm going to use the same Excel spreadsheet for this problem as I used for problem 6-9A. I'm just going to add 6-10A to the file title. And let's see. Okay, problem 6-10A, which is an algorithmic problem. Gross profit method, learning objective P4. Same learning objective as for the retail inventory method. Okay, Wayward Company wants to prepare interim financial statements for the first quarter. The company wishes to avoid making a physical count of inventory. So again, both of these inventory estimation methods are very useful, and this is a good example of a situation where an estimation of the inventory can be very useful, especially if it means not doing a complete physical inventory. Because I'm not sure, some of you may have had experience in your current job or in previous jobs with taking an inventory. It's a very time-consuming process. Usually the company shuts down business for the time it takes to do the inventory. I have been involved with physical inventories where the company did not shut down. And let me tell you, that gets very tricky because, of course, if you're in business and not shut down, you have inventory not so much coming in, because that is relatively controllable as far as receiving inventory on a day-to-day basis. But if you're open for business, then chances are you're going to be generating sales, and so your inventory quantities will be depleted. And if you're taking a physical inventory during that time, then reconciling your inventory to account for all sales of inventory during the time you were doing a physical count can be quite time consuming. So anyway, just to say that inventory estimation methods are used regularly, more so by larger merchandisers, and can be very useful. Can be very time and money, can save a company a lot of time and therefore a lot of money. Okay, so again, the company wishes to avoid making a physical count of inventory. Wayward's gross profit rate averages 30%. Now, not sure if you recall from yesterday when we were working with the retail method, we did use gross profit percentages as part of our calculations. Let's see if we can get that here. And so again, just a quick reminder, a refresher. The gross profit percentage can be looked at rather in its simplest form. If we take sales as 100%, cost of sales as a percentage of sales, then the difference between cost and sales at retail versus sales at cost, the difference is our gross profit. And so our gross profit and our cost ratios have an inverse relationship with respect to the sales amount, which is always at 100%. If you find that a bit confusing, just look at it in terms of, let's say if we were to round these numbers off, again, sales is always 100. So if the cost of our sales is 52, that means our gross profit is 48. On the other hand, if the cost of our sales is 48, our gross profit will be 52. In other words, the total of the gross profit percentage plus the cost of sales percentage must always equal the sales percentage, which is 100%. And of course, that's generally going to be net sales. And net sales is always sales less sales returns and allowances and less sales discounts. Okay, so that's a real quick refresher. Bear with me. So let's take a look at problem 6-10. And so Wayward's gross profit rate averages 30%. So this is our sales, cost of goods sold, and gross profit percentages. So sales is 100%. So if gross profit averages 30%, that means our cost percentage or our cost of sales percentage is going to be 70%. And again, just referring back to the quick example I gave a minute ago up above on this spreadsheet. Okay, so this is our base assumption with respect to sales, cost of goods sold, and gross profit. Let's see. So the following information for the first quarter is available from its records. So we have, let's go down here. We have beginning inventory, January 1, and we have cost of goods purchased. And so what we start out with, which is our beginning inventory, plus what we buy, is going to give us our cost of goods available for sale. Again, if we start out with 10 and we buy 20, then that means we have 30 total available for sale. Okay, again, this is another basic inventory and cost of sales equation. So let's take these numbers out. So our beginning inventory is 370, 260. And the cost, net cost of goods purchased is $1,009,050. And so that will give us cost of goods available for sale of $1,379,310. And of course, this is also given. These three numbers are given in the problem. Let's put some formatting on this so that it's a little bit easier to see what those numbers are. There we go. And then I think we need to take bottom line off there. There we go. Let's see, sales. Let's take sales down here. Sales are, this is again for the first quarter. Sales are $1,261,150. And sales returns are $10,150. And again, let's put some formatting on this, make it a little bit easier to make out the numbers. Okay, so if we take sales returns from sales, that gives us net sales. Sales less sales returns. Our net sales, 1,251,000 even. Okay, then it says use the gross profit method to estimate the company's first quarter ending inventory. So at this point, let's go to the text on the top of page 237 and look at those two steps. Step 1 says net sales at retail. And so we have net sales at retail. And I'm just putting this parenthetically in there just to serve as kind of a reminder in terms of the terminology. It might be a little different. Is it sales or is it retail? They're synonymous in this case. And so we multiply that by 1 minus the gross profit ratio. And so our sales minus our cost ratio gives us our gross profit ratio. Okay, so let's add that to our basic equation up above. Put that also in shaded form. So we can see that our cost ratio is 70. And so step 1 says multiply net sales at retail by our, so let's say by ratio, and in parentheses 1 minus our gross profit ratio. So if our gross profit ratio is 30, that means our cost ratio is 70. And so let's take our net sales and multiply by 6.7. And so that gives us our estimated cost of goods sold on our actual retail sales. Okay? Estimated cost of goods sold based on 70% on our actual net sales at retail. So this gives us estimated cost of goods sold. And then step 2 is goods available for sale at cost. So we have our goods available for sale at cost. And we subtract our estimated cost of goods sold. So we'll take there we go. So we take our estimated, and we're going to subtract this. So we subtract our estimated cost of goods sold, and the difference is our estimated ending inventory using gross profit method. There we go. Yeah, we did want 2 lines there. Okay, so this should be our final answer, and let's see if those work when we put them in our answer sheet in the problem. And so let's get that back up here. Our 1,379,310 is our cost of goods available for sale. Cost of goods available for sale. Let's get our worksheet back. Then we want to subtract our estimated cost of goods sold. Estimated cost of goods sold, and that's going to be, again, 875,700. And finally, our estimated ending inventory is 503,610. And we want to, let's get our worksheet here. Oh no, we can't check our work with our worksheet there. There we go. And we want to check the work, and we're okay. Why don't we take a picture of that? There we go. And let's put that picture right there in our Excel spreadsheet. Make this a little smaller. There we go. Okay. And I think that should do it for problem 6-10. Problem 610 is a lot uh, shorter than 6-9. So we see that our answers are correct. And again, let's save this spreadsheet and take that off our screen. And then let's see if we got it all. Showing as one. Why is one showing as incomplete? We did this one yesterday. Answer is not complete. Here we go. Forgot this amount, which was goods available for sale. Cost of goods available for sale. Okay, I think that should. Oh, and here we go. One more here, which is our estimated ending inventory. Okay, so we had forgotten two. Had forgotten two. Line descriptions. And so let's take a picture of that completed and drop that into our spreadsheet. And we'll put it right next to the other one. Here we go, up here. There we go. So now we can see that our answer is complete. There we go. Yeah. So we have requirement 2. That's complete and correct. Requirement 1, complete and correct. And then we go to problem 2, and our solution is complete and correct. And so we should be able to submit and submit. And if we view our results, and I'm just going to take a screenshot of the top here. It shows our score. +20 plus 20. And let's put that down here. There we go. Should do it. And so I'm going to stop this recording and get it sent out to that student who had requested it. Hope this helps. Please keep letting me know when you need help, and what you need help with. Okay, aloha.